Oh, man. Never get to play at night. Not gonna lie, it's kind of spooky. Alright. Welcome back to Scum. A little bit has changed. Got myself a little pistol with a flashlight. And, of course, if you guys saw my last video, you know we're on a new server. New people, new places, new things. Very cool. And if you saw the video before that, the little update about batteries and such, you know that if you had any kind of electronic device prior to that update, you now have to put new batteries in it. So if you're hitting Shift E or whatever and your light's not working, whatever you have it bound to, that's why. You gotta put new batteries in it. I didn't have to learn that the hard way. Everybody was talking about it in the server, luckily, so I just knew my light wouldn't work. I didn't get caught out in the dark. But anyway, yeah, welcome back. So, big development. A little bit of a story to tell. So, we last left off at camp. We decided to live here. I've actually got a bed down, as you can see. We'll get into that a little bit later. I kept hearing stories about cars spawning with no parts at all. They didn't know if it was a bug or what, but yeah, the hopes of finding a car in any kind of working order were basically zero. So everybody was saying, oh, go to the junkyard, there's car parts, with tons of car parts there. So I was like, all right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the junkyard and I'm just gonna start collecting parts and having a car part stash. Well, and I'll probably have to have a video up so this all makes sense, right? Some B footage as it was. But yeah, anyway, so we went there, and lo and behold, in one of the stalls at the junkyard was a car that had been completely stripped out. Everything except the alternator and like a couple doors and a seat was gone. There was no wheels, there was no battery. It had no hope of running. So luckily, there was an abundance of car parts at the junkyard. I had to make a couple trips, go off and find some food, and then come back later and such. But I did manage to get 4 wheels. And that's really all I wanted to do, was get the 4 wheels. And I rolled it out of there, and I've been rolling it. And it's been really hard. And I've gone miles with this thing. And if you've ever tried to push one of these cars uphill, you know that it's really hard. In fact, I had to learn a little trick. When you come to a really steep hill and you just absolutely cannot push it, you have to actually stop and nudge the car up the hill. There are hills that are so steep, that's just the only way to do it. So I did that. I finally got it to within about 1 kilometer of the town that I'm in now. And we looted around, and I finally found a battery. The car's got a little bit of fuel in it, so I'm hoping, and we'll pick it up when we get there, I'm hoping that when we get there, the battery has enough juice to actually start the car. So I've stashed it down the road in a tree, in a bush. I got a lock on it so nobody can steal it. So yeah, hopefully that happens. Wish us luck. We may have a car, like super early in the series, so that's really awesome. Let's go. Let's see. Hopefully we have some luck. Oh my god, I've lost my own car and my own hiding spot. Oh. Expertly hidden. Plus it's quite dark. But anyway, yeah, here it is. Let me push it out of the bush. Push. So you've got to have a door and a driver's seat to actually push one of these. He doesn't even want to push it that way. We gotta back it out of here. Even that's too steep. Whoa. So yeah, here it is. Hopefully you can see it all right. Now I don't know if I need to have this up on the jack stand, or if I can just... Okay, I gotta have it on the jack stand. That's fine. So we've got this battery. It's only 13% out of 100. I don't know if that'll be enough to start the car. I really hope it is. So, yeah, wish me luck. May as well show this part, I suppose. Oh, yes. Install. Okay. Think we're ready to go. End service. Take that. All right. Moment of truth. Oh, that's so lucky. Oh, we actually had plenty of... Oh, that's so great. All right. X. Ah. We are in a car. We are mobile. Alternator's charging the battery. Very lucky that we found this car with an alternator, because literally this is the third car that I've come across, and they all had the alternator stripped. And I have not seen an alternator in the wild, as it were, once. Not a single one. So, really lucky that this had an alternator. They seem to be kind of rare. So, yeah. What are we missing? We're missing a bumper. Missing the hood. I found the doors at the junkyard. So, actually, I kind of like it without the rear bumper. Instead of that, I might take the front bumper off. You can't really see. Let's drive home and wait for daylight. All right, home sweet home. Been a little busy. So I've got this kind of started. It's very similar to our last house. Obviously, way different location. But yeah, it's just something quick, simple I threw up to get us started. I've already checked it out. I'm going to be able to expand it this way. So we're going to make it bigger and taller. It's going to be like 2 stories. So this is not the final product. I've got everything I need to start building. I got nails, I've got tools, I've got all the lumber I could ever want. And now I've got the car, which I can use to, you know, go a little further out, grab a bunch of lumber, stick it in my log shed. Got a few logs in there, and just really start pounding out the building, and then upgrading it to actual slab wood like this instead of sticks. So that'll be cool. That'll be something we do a little later. But for right now, we've got a priority mission. I just realized that if I hold the activate button, where is it? Right there. I can go to service and remove car battery. I'm assuming anybody can do that, and it's because I don't have a hood. So I don't know if that's true. I'm assuming that's true. So we have to go on a priority mission from here all the way back to where we got the car. We got to go back to the junkyard and see if we can find one. It's either that or I go buy one at the trader, which is here. There's a trader here and there's a trader here. They're about equal distance, but this is probably an easier drive. I kind of want to go to the junkyard anyway and maybe get some spare parts, wheels and stuff like that, just so that we have them on hand. So that's what we're going to do. On the way over there, however, I think it's here-ish. There's a World War II bunker, so I want to check that out. See if we can get something better than our little pistol here. We did find a better bow at the junkyard and got that fixed up. It's a really nice bow. It shoots nice and flat. So, ignore that. It's a couple things I dropped. But yeah, we got some vitals in the car, some toolboxes, some extra locks, some repair kits, fluids and things. So, yeah, we're ready to go. We are ready to go. Gotta get this adventure on the road. All right, let's go check out that bunker first. Listen, she's old, all right? Yeah, this is not an ideal parking spot. This is temporary. I want to put a little garage here, just big enough for a car and maybe a motorcycle or something. My property line is about at this stump, so I'm gonna have to kind of finagle it a little bit. Or we'll have to figure that out. I might even end up just breaking down my flag and maybe moving it a little closer to the road. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we gotta have a garage. If I had a garage, this wouldn't be a problem, but I should have a hood anyway. So let's see. We're going here, taking a left. This makes everything so much easier. Just so much easier. I mean, I've got my guy really in shape doing all this running, but, you know, time consuming. So time consuming. So let's see. I feel like it's out here somewhere. Oh, is that it? There it is right there. I was way off, but we luckily spotted it. Alright, no idea what the puppet situation is going to be like, so we're going to get out here. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Sometimes if you push the button there, he tries to start it as he's getting out. Alright, let's see. Give us a Mosin. A Car 98 or a Mosin. That is what we want. Nothing. The usual, right? Anything just sitting on the ground? No. Alright. We got any puppets? No. That's not good. That means maybe somebody's been here already and cleaned it out? Oh, we got puppets. There's one there. One there. Alright. In order to be safe, I gotta make sure I clear these guys out. Oh, headshot. I'm just gonna run these into him. Mess around trying to get headshots. Now when I've got good arrows, I found a bunch of these. I found carbon and stainless, or carbon and metal arrows, so it's pretty cool at the junkyard. So definitely make sure you're checking around there. Oh, this server, by the way, very different to the last one. You pretty much can't trade anything at the trader. The only thing the trader takes is puppet eyes and cigarettes, and they only give you like $75 each. So that's how you make cash on this server. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Where did that big one go? Oh, and they take animal heads too, and those go from 1 to 200. So we did get a bear earlier, so I'm anxious to see what that's worth. How have I lost this dude? He must have fallen in the bush. Hello? Not paying attention to what I was doing. And now I've lost several arrows. He took way longer to find than I'm going to admit in public. It wasn't that bad. It was like 35, 40 seconds, but still, I mean, God. Damn camo puppets. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a cactus. I wonder if he's still repulsed by the figs. I'm sure he is, 'cause it's really low durability. But how bad? Not too bad. Probably because they're so small. Ooh, he really doesn't like those. He's spitting it out. Alright, I think that was it. Just the two. Yep, just the two puppets, it would seem. So not too bad. Oh, some rotten garlic. Alright, let's check the roof first. Oh, some boxes up here. Empty. Empty. And empty. Anything on the floor? Nope. Alright, let's get into the actual structure here. Where's the entrance? Here it is. Ooh, medical helmet. New old medical helmet with some glasses. So there's a little bit of stuff in here. Some Joe Biden shades there. No Mosin today, I don't think. Don't think it's gonna happen. shuriken. Yeah, the main reason to come into these bunkers is for the M1 Garand, the Mosin, and the Car 98. Everything else is just kind of trash, really. It's not very good. It's all pretty beat up. Yeah. Wow. I am very happy about that. What was that? This box? The last box? Wow. Can you believe it? Have we had a Mosin? I don't think we have had a Mosin on this series. Look at it. It's beautiful. I love Mosins. I don't know why. I think it's because I used to be obsessed with DayZ, and it was my favorite gun in DayZ. But yeah, I love Mosins. So there we go. Favorite gun in the game, obtained. We won. It's over. Pack your things. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go to the junkyard. Alright, I'm seeing in the chat that some other people might be headed here looking for parts too. So, hopefully there's a hood left for us. Hopefully there's a hood at all. It's a pretty popular spot, this. This is an old-fashioned looking base. You don't see a lot of those with the palisade walls anymore. Because back in the day, that used to be the only way you could build a base. Of course, that wasn't that long ago, was it? But what, a year now? Alright, here we are. This is where this car came from. Any puppets? There's usually a lot down here. So this is where we want to go. All these rows of cars. So if you need wheels, search the tire pile. And if you need car parts, search these big tall rows of cars here. Or at least that's how it went for me. Alright. I don't see any puppets. Which is very strange, because the last time I was here, which was yesterday, there was a lot. Maybe somebody's just come and gone. Alright, straight away. Oh, there's the back bumper I need. I kind of like it without the back bumper, to be honest. Of course, these are all in terrible shape. Just throw that in there for now. So what we really need is a hood. Wonder if I should grab a couple dirt bike tires. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab a couple dirt bike tires. We might end up with one. Or find a chassis. Just need a hood. I have yet to see a hood. I don't know if they even spawn. I really hope they do. Oh, hey. 7U screwdriver. Because there's trunks, right? So there must be hoods. It's the same. I really should be emptying these as I go. That way I don't lose track of what I've looted already. Because every few cars starts a new row. There's the wheel we need. Spare wheel for us. Just a lot of assorted junk and some car parts. Kind of cool, really. Glad this is here. Doors for days. Locks if you need them. What's that? Oh, alcohol. That's good for disinfecting. A lot of Leica parts. That's cool. Got all the seats I need. It's the same pile. Come on, give us a hood. Listen out for puppets real quick. Sell. I'm gonna have to try that out. I haven't tried to sell the cigarettes if they're really damaged. So that's something I want to check out. See if it changes the value. I'm sure it does. It would make sense if it did. Make perfect sense if it did, right? Gonna pay full price for a damaged product. Oh, is that... Have I gone through the whole thing? I don't think so. Hold on. Can't be. Can't be true. Alright, dirt bike tire. And WolfsWagen wheel. So yeah, these piles here, the tire piles, just loaded with tires. Leica tires. This pile is what I used to actually get that car rolling so I could push it out of here. There, right? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, they're just a little bit different, each one. Brake calipers, 2, I'm assuming is the rear, 1 I'm assuming is the front. That's what I do. I assume things. He needs it. I really don't want to buy one from a player. Oh, well, actually, I can oh, hey, fuel can. Is there any fuel in that? One bitty of fuel. I could probably buy a hood from the trader. So we'll have to give that a shot. I really do need a hood. I don't want anybody stealing my battery. Just not... I think I'm researching things. It's just not acceptable to not have a battery. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go to the trader. Arr. Let's double check a couple. Look at frickin' compound bow and a chainsaw and a chainsaw. It won't let me take it out. And sellables. Okay, so I missed a couple things. Dude, a compound. That's insane. At the junkyard. Well, I did find the Blackhawk here. So, shoot. Give me my other bow. I wasn't ready for that. It can happen that fast. And the puppets are just as deadly as on the other server we were on. They will one-dick you to the moon. Alright, so the puppets have spawned. So we need to be a little more alert. Heard you. Oh, it's a big one. Right in the noggin. Right in the noggin. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. We've outstayed our welcome, I think. There we go. Alright. Let's go see if we can purchase a hood. I don't I'm worried I might not have the fame points. Couldn't help myself. I had to stop and check the military real quick. And I'm glad I did, because we found a shotgun. And some shotgun shells. Alright, before we actually leave, see if we can cause a little tiny bit of mayhem. Eh. Not this kind of mayhem. Not mayhem against me. Just get up there. On the roof. Alright. Is that a puppet? No. Okay, let's do this. Put you back. Ring, ring. I hear them. Bam! I know I heard. Okay. Clear? I love slugs. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Okay, maybe we need them a little. All right, back at the homestead. So, this is what I've amassed so far. It probably doesn't seem like a lot, but it takes a long time to get this many puppet eyes. Lots of grinding puppets, especially since they don't seem to be spawning in quite the same numbers as they were the first day. I think something's going on with the server right now, but definitely not typical. But between that and the bear head and the cigarettes, I think we should have enough for at least 2,000 or 3,000 here. So that'll be really helpful, and I would hope with all that we've got enough to buy a hood. I'm pretty sure fame points are going to be a problem. I'm only at 300. I'm pretty sure I need 400, but we'll be able to grind olives and stuff like that for them. It's actually fairly easy to get fame points on this server because every olive is 1 fame point, and olives seem to be pretty abundant. So, but yeah, before we go anywhere though, I need to make some food. So, we need to light that. Cook food. Now, I want to make a meat skewer, and I want to try to make one with salt and pepper this time, too. Because I found that in a gas station. So I'm wondering if, like, how much more beneficial that will be. We'll see. 20 minutes on that. 20 in-game minutes, anyway. We'll do a regular one too, just to kind of see the difference. Because why not? All right, now we wait. This game is so cool. So they just finished cooking, and just by adding salt and pepper to this meat skewer, if you look down at the bottom right at 5.394, that's like your exhaustion recovery bonus. It doubled. A little bit more calorie. You see, there's more carbs in this one, which is weird. But other than that, they're basically identical. Oh, there's way more. Okay, there's way more beneficial stuff in this one. Isn't that strange? Like, just putting the salt and pepper on it, like, literally doubles how good it is for you. So definitely put the salt and pepper on your meat skewers if you're roughing it and that's all you got, and you've at least got salt and pepper. All right, let's go. Going way out west to the west coast, which means something completely different on Scum. Let's go check out the trader. See what kind of deal he can make for us today. Hi, puppet. Bye, puppet. So we're gonna stay right on this road because it will eventually come to a gas station. And we still haven't managed to fill our gas can. Filled the car, but not the spare can. And it's not terrible on gas, but you know, it's definitely drinking it. So we're definitely gonna want gas. Gasoline, petrol, keep us going. There's one down here just a little bit. Not too far. We'll have to go in there sometime too. Alright. This be the spot. So, we learned our lesson at this gas station. About, Get out. Oh. Yeah, we don't want to flip the car and then have a beeper show up and almost kill us, right? Oh, we get to play with our new bow now. Yoink. Oh, I missed. It's very touchy. Haha. We're gonna have to get some more arrows. Alright, what do we got for fuel? 2 ticks. 2 blips. There's actually not, once again, not a lot of puppets, which is very strange. Alright. There we go. Have to get used to having a weapon that's zoomed in. Very strange. It's not very often we are lucky enough to have this compound bow. I like the color too. The whole desert camo thing is pretty cool. Alright, we're not going to mess around here too long. Just going to get some gas and then get back on our way. An alternator for a Leica, which is the 4x4 off-road hatchback. Pretty cool. So I've just been told the trader doesn't sell vehicle parts. Saves me a trip, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can fill our can up here. Go. We're in very good shape now. Alright, so I'm still going to go to the trader and sell my stuff. But this leaves me in a bit of a pickle about what I'm going to do about my potential hood theft, battery theft problem. Maybe people can't take your battery and alternator. I can do it, but that doesn't mean that they can do it, right? The car's locked. That would be stealing. And nobody likes a dirty thief, right? Maybe we should just trust people a little bit? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna zip through this town real quick. See if maybe there's a WolfsWagen's sitting around somewhere. One will have respawned somewhere because we took this one. Alright, they do not have what we need here. Thump. Excuse me. So let's keep going. Just wanted to take a quick look anyway. Alright. Let's see what all this crap is worth. Hoping it's pretty good. So we have quite a few puppet eyes. Okay, so when they're damaged, they do lose quite a bit of value. So it probably won't be worth me bringing the junkyard cigarettes that I find in cars. Which makes sense, right? You know, here's an old pack of cigarettes that I found between the seats. They can't be more than 20 years old. They're fine. Look, that one's worth 1. I may as well keep them at that price. Good lord. They're at least good for covering exhaustion, right? Okay. Take them. I don't want them. Get rid of them. So that...
So, what will it be?
It's a grand total of 3,000. Hells to the yes. There's 4K. 4 in the bank. It's a shame they don't buy anything else because I've got all kinds of stuff. My car is full of goodies now. I need that. What are you worth? 128. That's not great, honestly. Considering how rare the bears are. It's the first bear I've seen in a very long time. So we'll put that back in the car. All right. So 4,178. Oh, we could almost buy a car off a player and just...
Make sure to...
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Buy a car off a player, use the hood from that. we just use the car, right? Not worth it. We'll keep saving. All right, leave you here for now. Let's go see what can I even buy. Because they're telling me I can't buy car parts.
So,
which seems silly.
prices are not negotiable.
Can't even look. Tis true. That seems kind of silly. You think they'd at least allow you to buy... whatever. You can't buy the cars. And you can't buy the car parts. Just the armor. Interesting. I can buy a dirt bike. It's cool, at least. At least you can buy a dirt bike. Still can't buy a bicycle. So what else you got? You got gas cans. I wonder if they come with fuel. Those are cheap. I'm going to buy one. 300. Whoop, buy one. Yeah. Why not? That in our hand. Does it come with gas in it? Oh, at least comes with gas. That's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Good lord, I hope this will fit. Hope I've got room for this. All right, armory. I want to buy suppressors. Can I buy suppressors, sir? Please.
Guns
Please
come
tell me.
loaded. Security reasons.
Cannot.
Obviously.
Not buy suppressors. Oh, what is going on here? So, weapons, handguns. Okay. Back. Magazines. So you can only buy the 22 magazine. But there's the 22 there. What is going on? Handguns. Oh, the Kruger is there, so it's kind of poop. And crafted bullets. So everything worth anything pretty much you have to loot. Interesting. Police gloves. Ooh. I need NVGs. Okay. Oh, black military cap. I'll have that. Thank you. Put that on. So
Guns come unloaded.
Yeah.
Security reasons.
I mean, that's
Obviously.
actually, I need one of those. So you can't get a diddly squat. All kinds of parts. All the parts you could ever want. Which is good. At least you can do that. Car 98, Kruger, M1. Mosin parts are quite expensive. I'm not going to bother with that. SVD parts. So, yeah. Little to nothing available here at Ye Old Trader. So you are on your own on this server. Very, very interesting. Well, that proves it. I didn't buy any of this stuff. I looted it all. Even the car. Every last part. Junkyard tires and all. Alright, cool. So, we're very lucky to have found this compound bow at the junkyard then. Because apparently, you can't buy them. Alright, got a pack of smokes. Throw those on the ground. They're garbage. Alright. Cool. I'm not sure what to do now. It's kind of like... That was like the whole thing, getting that hood, really. I mean, we're gonna have to barter with the players for it. Chicken. So that's kind of neat, I guess. I mean, I haven't interacted with any of the people on this server, but they all seem really friendly, so I think that's what we'll do next time. We'll try and get hold of some more money and a hood, maybe. Or maybe we'll just loot bunkers. I don't know. It's crazy now. Absolutely crazy. We've got a lot of exploring and stuff to do, but I wanted to at least get this hood secured, you know, because I don't like the idea of having to take my battery out every day. I don't know if that's even the case. Let me know in the comments. Do you actually have to take the battery out and the alternator? Because the alternator, look, I can take the alternator out too. Watch. Remove alternator. And it will do it. I tested it. So I don't know if everybody can do that or if it's just me because I own the car. But it's got me nervous, so I want a hood. But anyway... So this is where we were gonna end the video, because it was kind of starting to drag on. But, shortly after this, I found a hood. So, yeah, I went on a little expedition, and there it was. So, now it's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you guys are enjoying, like and subscribe. And, yeah, we'll see you in the next one.